we're in Malta and we've had posted to Malta from England a beautiful sketch attributed to Caravaggio, Michelangelo da Caravaggio, who is the right Caravaggio. And in Malta there is an interest in Caravaggio because the biggest picture in Malta and most famous picture in Malta is a picture by Caravaggio in the main cathedral, St John's in Valletta. So this has come to me in Malta from England. And I have to try and make some more sense of it. Judge what we have. The card it comes with was made by a previous owner, vendor, and is of the right sort of colour and texture that you would expect and want to see. The card has a stamp which reads D. Fraser of Dublin, and on the card there is stuck a piece of paper cut off something else. So has that been cut out of a book or a catalogue? I don't know, but the wording is not mainstream. So he is described as a Merigi or Morigi Michelangelo, called Il Caravaggio, painter and engraver, born in Caravaggio near Milan in 1569, died in 1609 at Porto Ercole, Lombard school. So the person who owned it way back attributed it to Caravaggio, said it was by Caravaggio. So we are saying this is a sketch attributed to Caravaggio. It is possible it is not by Caravaggio. It is possible it's by a Caravaggista, a follower of, a copier of, a school of, a workshop of Caravaggio. And my personal view with Caravaggio is he had a lot more help than you would really want to believe when he was doing those big pictures. You see, to me, inconceivable. He would paint even 3/4 of it. I think he would do the key parts, the shape, the general approach. He would supervise it, but I don't think he would do much of the painting at all. People would disagree with me. He was a marketer, and his skill was selling the damn things and arranging safe passage and doing deals for his period in Malta, for example, when he was a fugitive. So I think personally a lot of these old masters had helpers, and certainly there is some evidence to support it. So we've got a sketch. The actual sketch itself is smaller than this piece of paper, and this piece of paper is glued on one side and was once attached like that. The idea being that somebody could look at the back of the paper, but of course they're not seeing the back of the original drawing, they're going to see the back of the original mount. It had a tissue as well over the front. So this thing here had been really well stored and preserved, and when this was stuck to this piece of paper in probably 1880, 1890, I think that's the typeset here, they were trying very much to preserve it. I think this here is going to be of huge antiquity, this piece of paper and the original drawing. The ink work is sepia ink, and it appears to be ancient. So it says Michelangelo da Caravaggio, and the paper has a texture and lines in it, watermarks in it, how it's made, which fit very much a sort of old master drawing. So you've got layer upon layer of support for it. The Fraser person was a big art collector, and he has a page devoted to him on the British Museum website, and there are records from Sotheby's who sold his stuff after he died. And a proper collector in Victorian England isn't going to want to be sold. A fake item isn't going to want to own a fake item. and isn't one to have the humiliation of someone saying, oh, it's a fake, oh, it's not real. How stupid he is. These collectors tried very much to have the right stuff, and this would have travelled from Italy all the way up through to England via a network of dealers or whatever. Could have been bought by someone on the Grand Tour, but it is a really interesting thing. And what makes it conceivably of significance is this stamp and this nomenclature, this style of wording. So we've got a man, and he's standing on a front foot. The front foot down here isn't finished. The idea there is it was going to be obscured, but there is a faint trace of where the foot goes. The back foot is off the ground on the heel. There's pressure on the back foot. The back hand appears to have a flat bottom, meaning it was perhaps going to be on a gatepost or a table or something, rather like the forehand, this front hand, left hand, which has again appears to be holding a surface. So when I first saw it, I thought of a discus thrower. And then I thought perhaps he's holding the head of Goliath, because there is a large shape which could be a head. There is a place for eyes, there is a nose, there is a place for a beard, and the blood from the neck. But of course the line doesn't go too well with that. It's beautifully shaded, and you have the nipple, which is a Caravaggioism. You do see it on at least one of the other pictures, this nipple in profile. Is it by Caravaggio? I don't know if it is or not. We are going to sell it as a drawing attributed to Caravaggio. We can say the attribution is roughly 200 years old, and we can say that it was owned by a knowledgeable collector, and these things would have been looked at by other dealers, other collectors and academics and scholars, and sometimes, not always, sometimes the imposter pictures were weeded out. So someone else will have to decide if it's him, if it's by Caravaggio. Someone else will have to decide if it is school of, follower of, later than. I think it's a lovely thing. I think it's got a very good backstory. This sort of thing is extremely unusual. If that had a Royal Collection stamp, that would be 99% definitely Caravaggio, and would be worth a lot of money. This Fraser guy the provenance isn't as strong as something like the Royal Collection, but it's up there, very close. So it's in Malta for anyone to look at. Anyone can come and have a look at it, and they can give their opinions. Okay, thank you.